Good to be with you. It's Mornings with Richard Cross on SuperTalk, Mississippi. Thanks so much for spending part of your Monday morning with us. There's no question that in municipal elections, the city of Jackson has gotten the most publicity for its mayoral race, but there is a big race that's happening in coastal Mississippi with the city of Gulfport. We know that there is going to be a new mayor because Billy Hewes, after 3 terms in office, announced that he was not running for a 4th term. Hugh Keating is a Republican candidate for mayor in Gulfport, and he joins us this morning. Mr. Keating, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Richard. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you jumping on. Gulfport, certainly an important city, second largest city in the state population-wise, and a lot of good things going in Gulfport over the last decade plus. When Billy Hewes announced that he was not going to run for re-election for a 4th term, you pretty quickly put your name out there and said that you wanted this opportunity. Why?
Well, it wasn't that quickly. I gave it a lot of thought and reflection. Had to speak with my better half and boss and make sure that she was all aboard with it. But at the end of the day, my decision was made because of my training, my knowledge, my experience in economic development, having been around the city in the practice of law for 40 plus years, and having touched virtually every aspect of municipal government. Some community leaders contacted me, asked me if I would consider it, and in due course, I felt like it was the right thing to do. I've always believed in service above self. I've got a lot to give. I want to give it while I have the opportunity, and I want to help Gulfport improve the quality of life for our children, our children's children. I want to help build better and stronger community relations. We've got a lot of good things going, like you said, and a lot of opportunity. We got some things we need to fix, like every city our size.
Sure. Where is that area of focus? In areas that you think Gulfport needs to get better, needs to continue to grow, where is your focus primarily?
Well, there are 3 things that we're primarily going to focus on. Number 1, public safety. That's key to a lot of things, primarily economic development. You can't have good economic development. You can't reach your potential with economic development unless you have safe neighborhoods and people feel comfortable in coming to Gulfport and bringing their businesses. Infrastructure development. Again, without good public safety, you can't have economic development. You can't drive infrastructure development. You can't pay for it like you should. And we've got a lot of areas that need some attention with regard to drainage and widening of streets and roads, particularly as you go up the corridor 49 north into the area north of I-10 and in West Gulfport. But public safety is our number 1 priority. We've got about 50 sworn patrol less than we should have, which makes it difficult for our force to be able to get into our neighborhoods to help build confidence and trust like we know we could and should, because they don't have time to actually network and interact in the neighborhoods. They're focused on covering the immediate needs and activities of the moment, but we're going to change that. We're going to do what we can to help grow the force. We got a great force. We just need to grow it.
When you look at that 3-county stretch on the Mississippi Gulf Coast and the communities across there, Gulfport kind of right in the middle with Biloxi to the east and work on over toward Pascagoula. What is the role that the city of Gulfport plays? And I mean, if you think of it as a wheel and there are all these spokes, I mean, the spoke that is Gulfport, what's the responsibility for Gulfport on the Gulf Coast?
Well, Gulfport is uniquely situated. We're kind of the financial hub. We're the center of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I've been involved in representing coastal Mississippi, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, for a long time. We have unique understandings and relationships with our coast mayors and municipalities and county governments. Gulfport is uniquely situated in that we're one of two cities in the country that have a major port, a major airport, north, south, east, west rail, and a major interstate, all within 10 minutes of driving time. And that gives us economic opportunities, opens the door to world commerce, particularly in the Latin America realm. And by having those attributes, those resources, we can help grow the entire coast. And we're not so concerned about, if we don't get this project, we're not in Biloxi does, or Ocean Springs or Jackson County does, that we're upset. We're happy. We all work together. We're going to grow together, and by working together, everyone benefits.
If you were to win this mayor's race, this is something that I know Ricky Matthews has talked about. It's something we've seen in other parts of the state, particularly in the Golden Triangle, where you've got multiple counties that have come together to kind of form an economic partnership or alliance to attract big business. We've seen that with some of those mega projects, as I mentioned, with Link there in the Golden Triangle. Would you be a champion of the three coast counties coming together and working in conjunction, kind of everybody pulling for the exact same thing with those economic development deals that you're talking about?
Absolutely. In fact, we've kind of set the tone for that with the Coastal Mississippi Regional Convention and Visitors Bureau. But now we're talking about the industrial side, the distribution side, and we've got the opportunities to work together. You got Stennis over in Hancock County, and you got Ingalls and Chevron, and the things going on in Jackson County, and we're kind of in the center of it. So we want to make sure that we can kind of convey our message and opportunities to the world, and will, because we are the front door of Mississippi. We've come a long way since Katrina, and our front door looks great.
Yeah.
But as you walk down the hall and you go north and east and west a little bit, we got some renovation to do. We got some corridors that need attention, Pass Road, and 30th Avenue, and some areas along 49 North and going past the interstate. But we're going to work with our neighbors in our counties to help realize our full potential.
Visiting with Hugh Keating, he's mayoral candidate in Gulfport, joining us on Mornings with Richard Cross on SuperTalk Mississippi. There has been some focus on this race from a national perspective that people have taken notice of, with a significant amount of money coming in for your opponent in this primary. What are you seeing in terms of the effect of that at the local level?
Well, it's clear, and it's well established. The National Democratic Party has come to town to try to influence our local politics, and that's not something that we don't need the National Democratic Party or any national party influencing our local needs and concerns. In terms of what the impact of it is, quite frankly, it's helped to energize our base of conservative voters. And I'm not one who's going to focus on the us versus them kind of thing. I want to help grow everyone. I want to give everybody an opportunity to be heard. I want to create some committees or advisory committees in our wards to give us insight on the needs and issues of the wards. And I want to create an oversight committee for our CDBG and HUD grant projects and funds, and how best to allocate those. And I intend to be inclusive in allowing and getting people involved. But in terms of the impact of the out-of-state money, yes, it's a concern, but at the same time, I guess I should thank them.
It is interesting to me. We've only got a minute left. You see outside money, and obviously that makes a difference in getting the word out and advertising. But it feels like in local elections, it always comes out to turnout. Comes down to turnout. Can you get your voters out to the polls on Election Day? I think I hear you saying that you think that's not going to be an issue for you. Is that right?
We're going to get the turnout. I was concerned in our primary to see the low voter turnout. But since the primary, I think people have awakened, and we're going to be in good shape.
Big
I
one
feel
coming
good
up
about
in
where
Gulfport.
we are.
Hugh Keating, mayor candidate, Gulfport, Mississippi. Thanks so much for your time this morning. Appreciate you stopping in, and we'll check in down the line.
Thank you, Richard. Enjoyed it. Anytime.
Mornings with Richard Cross, Super Talk, Mississippi. We're back with you right after this.